Her Majesty's 5th Scots Guard from England escort our World War II veterans in to their memorial.
I want to introduce to you the persons that will be making remarks. First, Susan Eisenhower, granddaughter of General Dwight Eisenhower, who was, as we all know, the Supreme Commander, Allied Forces Europe during World War II. Mike McCaul, who represents in the United States Congress the people of the 10th District of Texas, and he is the chairman of the House of Representatives Homeland Security Committee. And his father was First Lieutenant James Addington McCaul, a bombardier in the B-17 Flying Fortress, who flew 35 missions over Germany and France. And Mr. McCaul's father, in addition to his missions over Germany, he prepared the invasion of Normandy by bombing airfields in France just before the invasion. It was General Eisenhower, with his strategic vision, sound leadership of the Allied coalition against Hitler, Mussolini, and their ilk, commander of Allied forces in North Africa, Sicily, Italy, Normandy, the Battle of the Bulge, and the crossing of the Rhine, led American and Allied forces to ultimate victory over Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the privilege to present to you Susan Eisenhower, who will read from her grandfather's Order of the Day, May 8, 1945.
It is a great honor to be here today to read Dwight Eisenhower's Victory Order of the Day and to recognize the honor I feel to stand and read this, especially to our veterans who are here today at this ceremony. It was addressed to the chiefs of all general and special staff divisions and to the commanding officers, headquarters command, supreme headquarters, Allied Expeditionary Force, titled Victory Order of the Day. Men and women of Allied Expeditionary Force, the crusade on which we embarked in the early summer of 1944 has reached its glorious conclusion. It is my special privilege, in the name of all nations represented in this theater of war, to commend each of you for the valiant performance of duty. Your accomplishments at sea, in the air, on the ground, and in the field of supply have astonished the world. You have taken in stride military tasks so difficult as to be classed by many doubters as impossible. You have confused, defeated, and destroyed your savagely fighting foe. On the road to victory, you have endured every discomfort and privation and have surmounted every obstacle ingenuity and desperation could throw in your path. Full victory in Europe has been attained. The route you have traveled through hundreds of miles is marked by the graves of former comrades. From them has been exacted the ultimate sacrifice. No monument of stone, no memorial of whatever magnitude could so well express our respect and veneration for their sacrifice as would perpetuation of the spirit of comradeship in which they died. Let us have no part in the profitless quarrels in which other men will inevitably engage as to what country, what service won the European war. Every man, every woman, every nation here represented has served according to his or her ability, and the efforts of each have contributed to the outcome. This we shall remember, and in doing so, we shall be revering such honored grave and be sending comfort to the loved ones of comrades who could not live to see this day. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. First Lieutenant James Addington McCaul, Jr. was a member of the Heavy Bombardment Combat Crew, 7th Bomb Squadron, 34th Bombardment Group, U.S. Army Air Corps, and he flew 35 successful bombing missions over Germany and France. His son is with us today. Congressman McCaul.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you to the Friends of the Memorial. Thank you to the Park Service. What an honor to follow Susan Eisenhower. I remember looking at my dad's scrapbook, and there was a letter from him, really to all of those who served in this great conflict, this great struggle. It's really truly an honor to be standing with you here today at this memorial on this sacred and hallowed ground. You are the generation defined by history as the greatest. We gather here today to commemorate and to remember one of the greatest triumphs over darkness and evil. Victory in Europe Day declared the defeat of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Third Reich. I cannot stand here today, as Bob mentioned, without thinking about my own father, James Addington McCaul, Jr., a veteran of the European theater, and this is his picture. He served as a bombardier on a B-17 known as the Flying Fortresses, participating in 32 bombing attacks on enemy targets, including the largest bombing mission in U.S. history in support of the D-Day invasion at Normandy and the Battle of the Bulge. He was and is my hero. And so too are all of you veterans here today. Let me give you a round of applause. We honor the flag of our fathers, those who served and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. May we honor them by carrying the torch of freedom that kept them glowing. And may that glow light the world and guide the future of this great country. You, the greatest generation, handed down to mine a better America and a better world. As Winston Churchill said, let us embrace ourselves to our duties so that for 1,000 years, men will say, this was their finest hour. On behalf of a grateful nation, we say thank you. Well done, good and faithful servants. May God bless you. May God bless the United States of America. And may He hold you in the palm of His hand. Thank you.
Up! Hold out! Ho! Forward! Halt! Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The ceremony that you are about to witness is an Army wreath-laying ceremony to be conducted by Congressman McCaul. It is requested that everyone remain silent and standing during this ceremony. All military personnel in uniform will render the hand salute. and it is appropriate for all others to place their right hand over their heart upon the command of present arms. Thank you.
Present. Ho! Order! Ho!
The veterans won't soon forget this day, and neither will the teenagers.
Thank you. Thank you so much.